Hey everyone, I'm the man called Ant, and it's been a long time since I made one of these videos. I'm not sure anybody even watches them anymore. I used to live in China, and I did a series of different videos on different things I was doing to lose weight. I did a huge juice fast for 60 days, lost a bunch of weight, felt great. Obviously didn't work. Before coming back to Canada from China, I did another program of fasting and very nutritious refeeding and eating, coupled with a lot of walking and exercise. And I did this in about 2 months. So I do have the potential to do great things, but it gets so much harder the older you get. Like I said, I just turned 51 the other day, yesterday as a matter of fact. And things are a lot different for me than they were 10 years ago, 15 years ago. For example, my arthritis has gotten a lot worse. I have arthritis on the tops of both of my feet. They actually swell up about, a good 3/4 of an inch bigger than they're supposed to be after a long day at work. I've got arthritis in my left knee that when it attacks, it looks like a gout attack because my knee actually swells up to be as big, if not bigger, than my head. And yes, I have a lot of difficulty with that, moving around. I have a dual curvature in my spine, so I've got arthritis in both of those. I am working with a chiropractor at the moment. I do get lockups in my hips after I've been walking or exercising or using my body for a period of time, for example, at work, and then I sit down for 5 minutes, for example, to go to the bathroom. And then I get back up and my back is locked, and I literally walk hunched over like a 90-year-old man for the next 10-15 minutes until it unlocks. Yay. That's a lot of fun. I really enjoy that one a lot. What else? I've got debilitating IBS most of the time. It is stress-based. When I am dealing with chronic pain, I am stressed a lot. I am stressed way too much. I'm a manager in a essential retail business, meaning that I, in the past few months, have been dealing with 300 to 400 people a day. Many of them COVID deniers or non-mask wearers, or people not willing to work within the rules, getting in my face. Considering the condition I'm in, and this is just what I know offhand, I do consider myself in a high risk category, and it scares me. It bothers me. So that's work. But yeah, work, I'm on my feet. We do a 4-day on, 3-day off work week, but we work, well, the regular staff work 10 hours a day. I'm a manager, so I'm there 12. I'm there an hour before everybody else and at least an hour after. And they all work 12, so you do the math. And it's one of those jobs where I don't sit in an office or sit at a desk all day long. I'm on my feet, on the floor, typically not moving very much, staying within the same area. It's not like I'm in sales running and grabbing parts. And as such, by the end of a 10-hour, 12-hour day, there are many, many, many days that I have to rely on my cane to get home. And then once I am home, I can't count how many times I've had to crawl up the stairs to get into the bedroom. It's agony. My feet, my knee, my back. It makes it very, very difficult to sleep, and so on. So yeah, I've been struggling, trying to get back into weight again. It's very hard after a 12-hour day to get up the gumption to go for a 30-minute walk around the block or a jog or to the gym or things like that. It's just not happening. And then 3 days you have off, you're thinking, you can just work out all 3 of those days. Well, when you've been in debilitating pain for the entire week, kind of tough to take those days that you should just be laying there and recovering and moaning and go out to the gym. It, again, doesn't make sense. So difficulties we all have. They get better. They get so much better. I'm 51. Last year, my sister, at 51, had her first heart attack. I say first because, judging on her health and the way she's going, I hope it woke her up. But She may have another, who knows. I don't know. So I'm 51. I'm coming from a family with a track record now of heart attacks, and just out of shits and giggles yesterday, and I don't know why, I jumped on the scale. And that was the kicker. I am over 300 pounds. My scale stops at 300 pounds, so I don't know how much over, but it kept going. I am over 300 pounds now at 51 years old, and I don't like it. That's way too much weight to be putting on my feet and my knees and my joints in general, let alone on the extra effort that my heart and lungs and everything else are doing. Not to mention this giant girth I've got going on here where anything could be happening. Oh, let's talk about the girth for a minute too. 2 years ago, when I started my job that I love my job, I love the people I work with, the best job I've ever had in my life. However, it's very hard on my body. 2 years ago, I had a hernia. It wasn't too bad, right in the belly button. I was lucky enough to get into surgery relatively quickly. They fixed it up, bada boom, bada bang, away I go. It's back. It's bigger. It's not hurting. It's not bothering me yet. But the nature of my job right now is I'm doing a lot of physical work, and that's really been aggravating it. But with COVID and everything else, and the fact that I just recently moved all the way across the country, I can't get in to see a doctor. I can't find a doctor that'll take me. I don't really want to go sit in crowded waiting rooms in the hospital with people hacking and coughing, literally sick with COVID, and take my chances, roll the dice and see if I don't get it as well, especially in the health condition I'm in. So I'm trying to postpone the inevitable surgery, which is coming. At 300 plus pounds, surgery, it's a lot more difficult as well. It's a lot more difficult to anesthetize bigger people and keep them anesthetized because they have so much more resistance to drugs, they have so much more fat, etc., etc. It becomes a big deal. Yes, this is all coming to a head. I need surgery, no matter what. My arthritis is literally killing me and turning me into a cripple. My wife is afraid that within a year I'll be in a wheelchair. My job causes me chronic pain because of my weight. And this, again, is just the shit I know. I have gone in for regular physicals, but with my last doctor before I moved, he was a bit of a dick. It was no problem for him to sign you in for the physical, but for you to go and get your results, because he'd never just give you the results, you always had to go talk to him about it. You'd go sit in the office several times over and not get in to see him because it was considered non-important, etc., yada yada. Who knows what's going on? I could be pre-diabetic. I could have the number 2 diabetes. I mean, there's a lot of shit going on. I don't know my heart health. I don't know anything. So what I do know is that I need to make a big change. So after talking with my family, a couple of friends, I've decided to go crazy 8-man shit again, like I did back in China, where I quit my job and focused for an entire year on myself. At that time, it was less for physical health, more so for mental health. I needed to get shit straight in my head at 40 years old, and it worked. It helped a lot. And at the same time, I did a lot of walking, a lot of exercise, fasting, meditating, and it helped. So I decided that my job that I love, that pays me well, I love the people I work with, I'm going to ask for an extended leave for health reasons. If they say no, I'm going to deliver my resignation. Because at this point in my life, is it worth it to work for another 1, 2, 5 years and then have a heart attack because you've let yourself go? Or to take a year off, take the financial lumps, and then start over again, but with any luck in a healthier and more prepared body? Next video, we'll talk about how.